Hi.
Good, thank you.
Just about to close up, but you can come in and have a look if you like.
It's moody.
There you go, I'll give you this.
A bit better. You know, I don't like these electric lights all that much, so I'm going to put some old kerosene lights up there. We'll still have the electric ones, but I'll just have the kerosene one, the lights coming through the kerosene light.
Well, that'd be beautiful.
That sort of thing. But yeah, I usually give people a talk and start around this section here. So up here we got the because the general store was like the old-fashioned supermarket in the old days.
Yeah.
You come here to buy whatever you wanted, pretty much. They didn't sell meat, they didn't sell milk, or they didn't sell bread as a rule.
Yeah.
Because they were done by other shopkeepers, so they didn't want to cut those people out. Come in here, you buy things for the ladies, dressing tables, perfumes, and those little jars and brushes and all that sort of thing.
It really is a general store, it has everything.
Yeah, that's right. Then you could buy lamps, nothing made out of plastic in those days. If you broke a part for your lamp, you come here and get a new part, you buy new wicks, all that sort of thing. Nothing made out of plastic, clocks and cameras and all sorts of things. Along the front here we have little cups and saucers. In the day, and it's not all that long ago, when you went to someone's house, they gave you a cup and saucer to drink out of.
They don't do it these days.
No, they give you a mug, yeah. But a lot of people actually, it's coming back a little bit because a lot of people are having those high teas and that sort of thing.
Yeah, no, they are coming back.
And this is my special cup I've got here. The men's cups were usually a little bit bigger than the ladies. And that's my special cup there. Seen one of them before?
No, what is that?
That's a moustache cup. So I can drink.
And it doesn't get in your moustache.
Doesn't get me moustache wet.
Oh, that's amazing.
Good for the coffee, you know, the frothy coffee.
I've never seen that before.
Clever.
Yep. So yeah, all sorts of things here. The toilets, of course, weren't inside in the old days. So use one of those.
No, I would not have picked that for a urinal.
Yeah, they call them a Zagunda. Gazunda.
Gazunda.
Cordless Mixmaster.
Oh, yeah, that one looks obvious, what we need.
And away you go. And of course the kids still get to clean it up the same way by licking the beaters.
Of course.
Yeah, and then we got the old record player here, old Gramophone.
Yep.
So they could probably sell these. If they didn't have them in stock, they'd order them in for you. And probably a few records, the old Gramophone records.
And this one still works?
This one still works.
Wow.
And you can still buy the needles for them. Each time you play one of these, they recommend you put a new needle in.
Okay, every time?
So every time,
Wow.
Yeah. I've just changed the needle, and I've only played it once, and I didn't play it all the way through, so I'll put it on again and play it, and then I'll change it again the next time. So we turn it on there. It's got speed control.
Yep.
So that's it, it's going a little bit too fast here, so you just...
Make sure you get the right
Speed
tempo.
control, it's got like what they call a governor inside the mechanism. So you can dance if you like.
I didn't realise the needle was so loud on it.
Got a unique sound to it, real nostalgic sound.
Yeah.
You can see why in the movies they make it such a prominent sound, because wow,
That's right, yeah. But they don't show in the movie the volume control, do they?
No.
It's volume control.
Okay.
Can't we turn the volume down?
Yeah.
Okay.
A sock. Just to show the sock in it. Brilliant.
If it works, it works.
It works.
It works.
And if I start talking too much, people tell me to put a sock in it.
Is that where it came from?
Yeah.
I never knew the originality of
That's
that.
amazing.
I love it.
Okay.
I love that.
Take the breaker, put the breaker back on again, and yeah, the old rack trap there, and lots of different sorts of medicine things up there, medicines and tonics, that sort of thing. Some of those are still available. Goanna oil, that's still available. It's not made with goannas, but I'm not too sure.
That's just what they decided to use.
Goanna oil. You rub it on your sore muscles and things. This one here is also still available. They started making that back in 1880, I think it was. In Australia here, and still made in Australia.
What is it?
It doesn't look exactly like that. It's malt extract, they call it. So it's
malt.
out of the malt. They get the malt grain and then extract the barley out of it. It's like a honey sort of thing, only it's a real malty sort of a flavour.
Yeah.
Mums used to put it on the kids' dummies, and men use it in their when they're making home brew.
Oh.
Wow.
The malt flavour, yeah, and it's got a little bit of sweetness as well, yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, lots of different things there. There's one up here called High Pole.
Yeah.
That was a very popular product when I was growing up, made with cod liver oil and calcium and things like that. Here it is here, still available today.
Oh, much
Oh,
more.
right,
much
yeah,
more
modern.
nice.
Yeah.
I prefer the old look.
There's the ad
I
up
do
there.
too.
You can see the ad up there. High Pole ad.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Now that came out in 1899. That's the furthest back I can find it when they first started advertising it. Might have been made before that. The man that made it, his name was Russell Grimswade. He also owned the company that made the bottles. All right. And here he is here in his motor car in 1905, just about to head to Adelaide. He was the first person to drive a motor car
Oh, wow.
Really?
from Melbourne to Adelaide. There he
made
is
it
here
all
on
the
the
way.
track. I won't say he's on the road because it was only tracks.
Yeah.
All right. Took him about 3.5 days.
Oh gosh, did he get bogged in?
Yeah, he's bogged. But the cars aren't all that heavy. There's not much of them.
Yeah.
They're not all that heavy. Easy to push out. And if he got stuck, he'd go and get a farmer with a horse. He had it pre-arranged to pick up fuel along the way.
Yep.
So before he left, he'd written letters to people to say, I'll be in such and such a place. Can you leave petrol there for me? Yep, all that sort of thing.
Brilliant.
And then the same man in 1933, so 30 years later basically, he took a trip to England. While he was in England, he bought a little cottage. The cottage had to be pulled down because the road had to be widened. The cottage had been built in 1755, so that's even before we settled in Australia here.
Wow.
So he pulled the pieces, put it in boxes, brought it back to Australia, had it reassembled, and here it is here.
Oh, that's fantastic.
It's called Cook's Cottage
Cook's
Can you still go to
Cottage.
that?
in Fitzroy Gardens.
Oh.
Yep. And he's the man that it was built by Captain Cook's father.
Wow.
Captain Cook never ever lived there.
That's amazing.
He may have visited, but never lived there. And they've got record of him going to the town sort of in that period, but staying with someone else. Because if you ever go to Cook's Cottage, the little beds are only about 5'6" long, because
Yep.
most of the people were small.
Yeah, we wouldn't fit in that, unfortunately.
That's right. And Captain Cook was the same. Captain Cook was about your size. He was nearly 6'2".
So he was always hanging
Oh,
off
wow.
Yeah, he was. Yeah. And Banks, the botanist, he was almost 6'4".
the bed. Wow.
So how they managed on that ship, they must have been walking around like ship like this because
Oh
the decks
my
on the
God.
ship are only.
You'd be
like-
happy to
sure.
get off by the end of that trip. Yeah.
Your back
The
would be
captain's
sore.
cabin was probably about the only place he could sort of stand up.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, so that's an interesting story. Yeah, and then we go around the other side here. We got the pens and the inks up the top there. We got pens and inks. They sell big bottles to the school, little bottles to whoever else wanted them. When I was going to school, I used to have to write with a pen and ink. You can have a go at doing that if you like.
Sure.
Oh, let's see your attempt.
Probably terrible at it.
Yep.
Oh, very nice. All right, let's see.
And before that, of course, they had the quill.
Oh, now that seems like an actual chore.
Hundreds of years old, you know, and they still work all right. You just sharpen them up with a sharp knife.
This way or the other way? Oh, there we go. Oh, that's quite easy to write with, actually.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's Paula, is it?
Pearl.
Pearl. Oh, that's your
Yeah.
name?
Yeah.
And I'm Perry.
Lovely to meet you, Perry.
Yeah, you got to hang on to the paper, otherwise
You
it'll
got
take
it.
off on you.
I'm just going to say hello.
Yeah, just say hello. Yeah, that's all right. Yep.
Yeah, that's actually
There we go.
remarkably smooth
Yeah,
to write
it
with.
is. Yep. Yeah,
Yes,
not too
how
bad
does?
at all.
May I try the
Yeah, try
quill?
that. Yeah, actually, you try this one. This one's a little bit better than the other one. I might have to resharpen that one again, I think.
All right, so do a little, just a
Yeah,
standard.
give it a shake too, because it sort of holds too much ink in one way.
Oh, and so it just blots
yeah,
out.
that's right, it'll blop.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, this seems.
That was a bit more scratchy. You can
That's
hear
not
it.
too bad, is it?
No, but it still works,
It
doesn't
works.
it?
Right, yeah. Just imagine writing a
Do you wanna
letter
have a go
home
with
with that, eh?
You can try it.
There you go. Could write
Usually
a.
like this way up or the other way?
No, yeah,
See it?
that way. So the point is actually where you
Where
start
you
your
gonna
letter.
go? Okay.
That's it. Very good.
Not
well
bad.
done. Oh, you could go back to the old days.
Oh,
that
it'll be
way.
easy.
Lovely.
Yeah,
was
so
lovely.
yeah, the old pins. And
I
the
remember
inks.
these when I was in school. We had these, and we
Did you?
would have
Yeah.
to try and copy
Yeah.
them.
And that was called copper plate writing, copper plate style.
Yeah.
There it is with the lowercase.
I think it's gorgeous handwriting if you can manage to do it.
And we got the boot polish, Kiwi boot polish, an Australian company that started off down in Melbourne. Not too sure what suburb they were in there. I think they were in Richmond actually. Started in Richmond in 1906. And he grew to have 24 factories throughout the world.
Wow.
Sold in 160 countries, so it was a very successful Australian business. And it was only last year, I think, early last year, that they stopped producing, or they sold out to the Chinese. Not enough people polishing their boots now. Yeah.
Nah. Not enough fancy
You need to
shoes.
polish your boots more. I know you like boot polish.
Oh, do I need to step it up, do I? Oh,
yeah,
I see.
step it up because your
Okay.
boots, you see.
Insect repellents, all different sorts of insect. Right up the top there, they got what they called stove black, Zebo or zebra. Stove black, when they had the old cast iron stoves, they were just ordinary cast iron, no paint on them, the early ones, and they used to polish them up with that black, make them all look like new.
Okay.
Jobs the ladies used to do. You better give this lady an early night tonight, she's yawning there.
Sorry, my sleep schedule's weird. I find this fascinating.
That's okay. Different other sort of insect repellents there. That one there's got DDT in it, which was a banned product ages ago. Goodness knows what's in that. I haven't read the label on there if it might not have the contents. Probably pretty deadly. In the old days, used to put it into one of those little things,
Oh,
squirt the
okay.
flies. And us boys used to get a hold of them, put water in there and have water fights.
Just
with it.
like the best sweet water gun.
The original water pistol.
Brilliant.
I mean, I can see where the pump action actually comes in, so it was inspired
Yeah,
by
that's
it
right
at that point.
too. Yeah.
Is that where it originated from? Those pump action?
Well, it's
what if it-
a similar type of thing, yeah. So it probably would have done, yeah, yeah, something like that, yeah. Because it's got
It's got
a leather washer in there,
Yeah.
which creates the pressure to push it out there, yeah.
because back when I was a kid, at the water guns we had, you'd have to add in the
Yeah,
water
that's
pressure,
right.
and then you could
Yeah,
squirt.
yeah. Insect this one here, it's a sticky tape, catches all the flies. You can see a couple of flies on there. And you can still buy that today. Here it is here, just bought from Bunnings. Pull the little string out and you got the sticky tape.
You ready to go?
Easy.
I'm going to be selling my own down here, so I've made my own labels up and I'll be selling my own. They're called gotchas.
Gotcha.
Tobacco, well, that's again a sort of a nasty product, but in the old days, most of the men smoked a pipe. When they finished with their tin of tobacco, they take the tin down the shed, and Dad would put his nails and screws in, and Mum put her buttons and the things in. So recycle.
Before the cookie tin.
Yeah, that's right. Washing up detergents. They didn't have
Cheese
the powder
grater.
like we got these days, so I'd use a grater, cheese grater.
That's pretty close to what we've got. To
Okay.
be fair, ours are just square instead.
Yeah,
So
yeah, worked well.
it's a classic.
And then when they done the whitewashing, they used to put one of these little bags in with the whitewash.
Oh.
That's inside is a cube of blue. It's uranium blue, and I forget this other stuff they use. Oh, I forget it every time. No, I can't think of it. It's a common sort of a product that we use for cleaning. But anyway, it's in there, and yeah, they put it into the whitewash, and it makes things nice and white.
Okay. Yeah.
You could, they still have this in overseas countries. Some overseas countries in Asia, they still use these. But our washing powder now has little specks of blue in it. You know,
Yeah.
the powder's got little
Yeah.
bits of blue
Keeps
in
it
it.
nice and white.
And the liquid, some of the liquids are blue colour.
Yeah.
So that's doing the same job. It's got that little bit
Okay.
of
So,
blue in it.
all right.
But also, if you got stung by a bee, they used to grab one of those, dip it in water, and put it on the bite, and help take the sting away. Yep.
Oh, okay.
I must write that other thing down here because I keep forgetting all the things I've got to remember, and I always remember this, some sort of soda, not caustic soda. No.
Bicarb.
Bicarb soda.
Bicarb soda.
soda.
Hey.
Hey.
The
For some
fizz.
reason or other, I got mental blank when I get to that.
Bicarb.
Tomato sauces and pickles and chutneys, that sort of thing. All old products there. Rosella, Australian company, started in 1880, still going.
Wow.
Or Rosella brand still going, but no longer owned by Australia. Heinz, 1870 in America they started. They're still going, of course, big company. Lots of, and most of these have still got their original contents in them. So there's a bottle of tomato sauce, about 95-year-old.
That's very like watery, isn't it, as well? Is that
it
because
is,
how old
I'll
it
give
is?
it a
Or
shake and open it up and you can have a taste.
I don't know about that.
It's like fine
Better
wine.
preserve the history.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we'd better preserve the history. Yeah, then tin products, lots of tin products there. Most of those labels up there, labels from the First World War.
There's a Vegemite there in there too.
Yeah, the Vegemite there.
Wow.
The tins aren't old, but the labels themselves are old labels that have been restored.
Okay.
So they're original labels that have been restored, and they were sent across to the troops. There's a nice one there you might like.
Finest Sydney sheep's
Sheep
tongues.
tongue.
Oh,
Jelly
no.
Oh, in that case, yeah.
Makes it better. It's fine. As long as it's jelly, it makes it tasty.
Yeah, that's right. This one here, this is a famous one, bully beef.
Bully
Famous
beef.
old bully
Corned
beef.
beef.
Yep. If you spoke about things about the First World War, you know, the soldiers had mentioned, oh, the bully beef. I used to hate the bully beef
Oh.
because they still make it. This company's still going, Frey Bentos.
Such a spam.
No,
Pretty
not
much
the
spam.
same inside. Yeah, there's similar to spam. Yeah,
No,
but this
just
was
beef.
when they got this. It was probably about 50% meat, 50% fat.
Oh,
Not
yeah, and that
healthy.
would separate as well in a
Yeah.
can. Oh.
The Vegemite.
I love the Vegemite. Is that
You
the
like
genuine Vegemite?
That's an original Vegemite jar from 1923.
Wow.
That's where it first came out, 1923, and that's an original jar from that period.
To be fair, it's probably all you needed back then. You only need tiny little amounts of Vegemite, so that jar's
that's right.
perfect
Well,
size.
it was just new out to see, so they're just sort of trying it to see how it went. And when it first came out, it wasn't selling very well because Marmite,
Yeah.
Marmite had already been on the shelf for about 16 years previous.
Wow.
All right, so when the Vegemite came along, people were, you know, a bit
Bit
unsure
unsure.
about it, so sales were a bit sluggish.
But
So
now we
that-
don't have Marmite anymore. We just have Vegemite.
No, you can still get Marmite.
It's hard to find, right?
I don't know, I
Little
haven't really
bit.
looked for it because
Haven't
I
seen it
like
on the shelf.
Vegemite, so I don't look for the Marmite. But anyway, they changed the name in about 1926. They changed the name of Vegemite in South Australia, Western Australia, and Queensland only to Parwill.
Parwell?
Parwill.
Parwill.
Okay.
Strange name, isn't it?
Yeah.
But
So
if,
what-
if you think of Ma and Pa, Marmite, but Parwill.
Parwill.
And that's the way
Marmite.
they sold it.
Oh, okay,
They
yeah.
try to sell it with using those words. I've got an idea that maybe Marmite might, or Sanitarium who made it might have, you know, had a word to them. Listen, you fellas, if you keep using our name in your ad. But that's my
well.
assumption. I'm not too sure about that. But it only lasted for about 3 years, and they changed it back to Vegemite.
Yep.
Now it's a national icon, known throughout the world.
It certainly
And
is.
if Australians go away on holiday, they take a jar of Vegemite with them, make sure they got it. Nestle's chocolate, a Swiss company, 180-year-old. Cadbury started 200 years ago.
Wow.
And an Australian company, McRobertson's, one of the first Australian chocolate companies to start going in 1880. Big company it was. In my day, if you thought about chocolates, you thought about McRobertson's.
McRobertson's.
Made the original cherry ripes, made the original Freddo Frog.
Oh, I love
Oh,
Yeah, and
okay.
made that chocolate old gold.
Wow.
And Cadbury's bought them in 1967 and took on those products. There's an ad on television at the moment showing a man getting bogged in a creek
them. Yep.
and feeding cherry ripes to the crocodiles. Have you seen that ad?
No, I haven't.
I have.
Well, that's Mr. McRobertson because he's dressed in a white suit.
Okay.
And that's how he used to dress, in a white suit.
A white suit with chocolate.
Yeah,
Good
and-
combination.
Yeah, and he had these special trucks painted up like in the ad, you know, old gold chocolate. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Right, brilliant.
Big company. He had 2,000 people working for him at some stage.
Wow.
Yep. Okay, and we'll finish off with the cash carrier. So when you come in to bought things, things are weighed up on the scales there. So yeah, things like the peanuts and the sugar and all that bought in bulk, weigh them up on the balance scales.
Yeah.
So we're going for 4 ounces or 100 grams. There we go. 100 grams of peanuts. Oh, you're a good customer of mine. Have a few extra peanuts.
Oh, how wonderful.
Okay.
Okay.
So when you came in, put in your order, and they'd write it all down in the docket. It might be a big order in the grocery section. £2 of sugar, so much a pound. Pound and a half of tea, so much. Big long list of things, and it's put in there, and they pull the handle, and that goes to the cashier's office. It wouldn't happen in a
Wow.
store this size. There'd be bigger stores with a counter for each section: the men's wear, the ladies' wear, the hardware, the groceries.
Yeah.
And they'd all have one of these things, all right? So the cashier adds it all up,
Yeah.
works out the cost. If the money's in there, they'll put the change in, but with groceries, you probably do it in 2 sections. So it goes up there, you're told how much it is, you give them the money, and the change comes back, and the change is in the little jar here. Oh,
Yeah.
come down. Oh, and if you're going shopping with mum, some lollies in there for the kids as well.
Oh, how wonderful.
Okay, yeah, so that's a bit of a rundown of the general store.
That's lovely.
That's
Lots
amazing.
of other interesting. I was going to show you some artwork. You were saying you're interested in artwork, did you?
Yeah, well, I like artwork. So I'm kind of translating whatever we're finding in this town and I'm putting it into actually a game. And I'm recreating inside a video game.
Oh, video game. Oh,
yeah,
right.
but I am a traditional artist as well. I've been drawing since I was a little kid. So
Right.
I love artwork in general too.
Yeah, some
I
nice,
just love
very
creating
lovely,
things.
fantastic.
We store a lot of the art, the labels and that in here, like this one here. This one here was like that,
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
and then I just blow them up a little bit, and then
And you
paint them
restored
all
it.
up like that. Yeah.
That's
That looks
fantastic.
brilliant.
I didn't have to do it with that one because I actually found an ad with that picture in it,
Yeah.
so I was able to get that one. Yeah, but later on,
Was that with pencils? Did you go for it with pencil? What was your...
no, I used water-based paint markers. I forget Peckle or something. I forget what they call them now. Yeah,
They've come out really well.
yeah. And I use a little brush and little fine black pens or brown pens or whatever pens. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you're a marker user yourself. You
I
like
love
using markers.
Yeah. I use alcohol markers is my
I
name.
was going to design a board game for the park here, Cold Creek board game.
Oh, where would it you
Yeah, I
played?
haven't got around to it yet. I'll show you another interesting one over here. Probably I won't have really time to tell you too much about it, but this one here, this is a little night lamp.
Yeah.
It's called a Nellie Bly lamp. And Nellie Bly was a lady who got a job as an investigative reporter back in 1880, I think it was, at a time when they didn't hire women on newspapers.
Yeah.
Okay.
They didn't even like women writing books. They used to sometimes put it up as a men's book or give it another name, and that was her actually writing name. Her name was Elizabeth Cochrane, but that was her writing name, Nellie Bly. And she started off because somebody had written an article in a magazine, what are women good for? Or what are girls good for? And somebody wrote back, or a lot of people wrote back, oh, they're good for having babies and looking after the house. Nellie didn't like that, so she wrote a rebuff letter back to the editor, and I'm not too sure exactly what the letter said, but I could imagine. And the editor was rather impressed with her because she said that, you know, women are capable of a lot more things than just having babies and looking after the house.
Yeah.
And she nagged and nagged to get a job with him. And in the end, he surrendered and said, OK, you can have a job. Go and report on cooking and knitting and that sort of thing. She said, no, she says, I don't want to do that. I want to be an investigative reporter.
Yep.
And she finally got the job doing that. First job she got was, or one of the jobs she got, she went into factories as an employee where women were working, very little money, terrible conditions, long hours, and so she reported on those conditions. Conditions changed, people were sacked, and in 1890, I think it was, I can't remember all the dates, but anyway, a few years later, her editor come to her and said, I've just read a novel, Jules Verne, Around the World in 80 Days. Can you emulate that journey? She says, oh, I'll give it a go. So away she went, and she done it in 72 days without a hot air balloon, steam trains, steam liners, cross land, horses and buggies or whatever way she could, you know. Yeah. And they brought out a board game for her as well. I got a copy of it at home. Yeah.
Lovely.
Ah, that's amazing.
And because of that, the town where she came from made this little lamp in her honour. And it's the only lamp that is shaped like that, with that little chimney, with that type of decoration on it, that can be called a Nellie Bly lamp.
A Nellie Bly lamp.
Yep.
That's beautiful.
And yeah, I managed to get hold of that lamp, and it's got that story with it. Been many books written by her, not by her, but she wrote a book herself, but there's other people who've written books about her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you wanted to find out more about Nellie Bly, you just have to Google Nellie Bly Around the World in 72 days.
Yeah.
Around there.
72 days.
Yeah, they've got 80
Doesn't
days
quite have
here,
the same ring on it, does it?
No, that's
72
right.
days.
No. Because at the same time, the competition newspaper sent another lady out at the same time going in the opposite direction. And she done it in 78 days, I think. Yeah.
Oh,
so
close.
they both put in a great effort. And when Nellie Bly got back to New York, where she started from, there was big celebration. She broke all records, and
Wow.
you know, she was a real hero.
Made great strides for women. So.
Yeah. And there was a lot more to her story too. You know, a heck of a lot more story to her story. But anyway, that's a roughly an idea of it. And
That's
just
good.
on the way out, I played that for you, didn't I?
You did?
Yeah, it's
On the
brilliant.
way out, I'll show you these other things here. Right over at the door. Entertainment, they made their own. So, you've probably seen these things before.
Yes, I
You
have. We used to
master?
have them as kids.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's about a 1970, 1980.
Yeah.
Still get them. That one's an early one. One of the first ones. 1942 they invented them, but wouldn't have been until after the war.
Yeah.
So they produced them. So I'd say 1950 for this one.
Was it a pictogram? Is that what they were called? Pictograms?
Pictograph?
They were called
Pictograph?
Viewmaster.
Viewmaster.
Viewmaster, yep. You can have a look at those ones if you like, but so that's 1950,
Yeah.
made out of Bakelite.
Yeah.
This one here, 1850, the same type
Wow.
of thing, but a different sort of setup. And they produced these with cards, all these different cards, photos of different cards.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
They had these in the schools, so a school would buy a set of cards about birds or animals or countries with a history on the back or a story on the back there. The kids would read that and then they'd put it in there to view the picture. And if we go out into the veranda, they won't lock you in because they'll have to lock me in too. And you just hold them up to their eyes like that, that's upside down. They didn't have colour photography, so they were coloured by hand.
Wow, okay. Lots of detail.
That's for focus, so you move it either up or down for focus. That's set pretty right for my eyes, which are pretty standard. So if you have a look at that one,
Put that in my
and I'll get
pocket.
some
You wanna
other
hold?
interesting ones out.
That's right, there we go. Okay. How did he move it again? Oh, there. That's pretty.
Yep, and then we've got these
You
ones
got
here,
more.
a little bit different.
Oh, different
Yeah, have a
ones.
look at this one. So this one you've got to face the door here. So they've got the light behind you. Yep, that one, the light behind you.
Oh, this one works really
Oh,
well.
wow, yeah.
Yeah, okay, now turn around with that one. Turn around
turn
and
around.
face the sun. Right around.
Oh, and it brings in the colour.
Yeah.
Wow. That's cool.
Swapsies?
Swapsies. Whoop.
Oh.
Okay, I'll take that one. Then have a look at this one.
Oh,
This way
wow.
first.
Yeah.
Yeah, round that way first, Harry. Jack, rather.
Their
Black and
eyes
white,
stand out.
And then round the colour.
Oh, wow, that's
Oh,
amazing
gosh.
how it does that.
This one's creepy. Swapsies?
Gentle swappage.
Yeah, so they're called French tissue or hold to the light.
Yeah.
And if you know the rock band, the leader of the rock band Queen, Brian May, he's
That's
a
really
he's
clever.
got the largest collection of these ones in the world.
Wow.
He's written 6 books about these cards. Yeah,
They're very fascinating.
honestly, that's
3D
amazing.
in colour and different lighting.
yeah,
That's
they're
very
good, aren't they?
cool. Yeah.
I made that card up myself. That's why I made a mistake. I forgot to put the red in, so I had to put the red in after. But they're made up because you can see the way they're done at the back there.
Right.
So when you hold the black and white picture up like that, you paint all the colour in.
Oh,
so that when
right,
you turn
yeah.
it around there,
that makes
so that
sense.
way
So it
colour.
shines out different ways.
It's
Yeah.
so clever.
and that way black and white. Yeah.
That's lovely.
That's real clever.
Okay.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Yeah, that was absolutely
It
amazing.
was fascinating.
Thank you so very much, Perry.
No problem.